Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK Journey video. So in today's video, I'm going to do a simple account progression report where I'll share my max level weapons for the different classes so you guys can see what is the stats on the weapons itself and talk about what is to come in the end game. Like what are we expecting the end game looks like, where is this Song of Strife season going to end, and then what can we expect moving forward. So first of all, let's talk about the account power level. Right here we are at 14 billion. 14735 million over here. I'll say this number is very inflated. Don't take this as a reference to your account because a lot of the stats on the game right now in terms of the Song of Strife season, they're inflated because of the whole bunch of new seasonal contents, right? Your seasonal artifacts, your seasonal skills, your charms, as well as all the seasonal equipments. All this different stuff, when you add together, it inflates the number by a lot, and power is basically a representation of all the powers of the units in your team. So if you have more units that are highly upgraded, your power over here will be much higher compared to other people. But that does not mean that your account is indefinitely stronger, because in terms of the progression, in terms of arena, in terms of the different game modes, there will always be a selected few units that are slightly stronger than others. So I'll say investing in the right units is better than investing in all units. So this power level, in my honest take, is not very important. So that's for the power level showcase. Next, let's talk about the equipment side. So I just unlocked level 400 for all the equipments. It was from, I think, one of the Dream Realm chests out there. So we have the level 400 Zephyrus branch. Okay, also the level 400 Astro Staff, and then level 400 Blade of Matar, and we have the shield, Demon Seal shield, and we have Dragon Slayer's bow, and lastly we have Divine's Blade. So this confirms that the max level for the equipment right now is level 400 in Song of Strife season. And across the board, I don't know whether or not you guys realize it in the earlier season, but for all the equipments in the different classes, they will have the same stat lines, just I'll say slight adjustments in terms of where they get more values. Like I think for the more defensive classes such as the tank and maybe the support, they'll have more defensive stats, whereas for the more offensive classes, they will have more crit rate, have more attack, as well as maybe more attack speed, depending on which class we are looking at. So basically it's just additional stats in terms of min-maxing, and this is for those of you guys who are still upgrading your equipment and you're facing a forging stone shortage. That is when you upgrade the weapons itself, right? Check the stats of the weapons that you're trying to upgrade and see whether or not it fits into the theme of your weapon class or your hero class. For example, like now, if we are talking about rangers, if you take a look at rangers itself, I don't have my armors leveled up because I don't think it's super important for them to have more defensive stats, although in certain situations you want to keep them upgraded because you don't want your rangers to be too frail, but at the same time it's not like the topmost priority, because for marksmen, for the rangers itself, the more important stats is actually the offensive stats such as attack, such as your crit rate, such as your attack speed. So let's say if you have a chance to choose, or if you have to make a choice between choosing which equipments to upgrade, you will want to focus on the equipments which gives you stats that are relevant to your class. So for rangers, it will be the offensive stats, same thing for the mage, and for the support, it will be healing stats as well as haste stats, which is quite important. Some defensive stat on the support is also quite important because sometimes some of the support have to be on the front line, so slightly tanky is pretty important as well. And then for the tank, obviously the armors are super important, so all these stats plays a very vital role for the tanks itself. So this is where, for example, at where I am right now, I can't upgrade everything to level 360 because of the lack of forging stones. So I have to choose the equipments I upgrade carefully so that I can min-max out of my different AFK challenges, right? To min-max all the stages to try to push through with whatever little advantage I have over there. So that's for the equipment side. For the heroes max level, we do not know what's the max level for this season, but if we take a look at all the different skills over here, seasonal skill level 8 unlocks at seasonal level 401, and max level for equipment is level 400, and I don't think they will end the levels on just 401. right? It could be 410 or more likely to be 420. So that's what we are expecting, at least within me and some of the other AFK Journey friends and even content creators. We are talking about what could be the max level for this season, because from my knowledge, right, we have roughly about 1002 to 1003 AFK seasonal levels, which honestly speaking, I've spoken multiple times, is a little bit too lengthy, right? Right here we are currently at 793, so today I should be able to push to at least, I'll say, somewhere close to 810. So for us to reach the end game, which is about 1200 plus, I guess it's probably gonna take us another 2 or 3 weeks or so, at least for the AFK stage push. So that's for the progression side of things. So in terms of the overall story content pushing, we have finished up everything. I have some side quests which I haven't done yet. I could done it really quickly, so I'll probably get it done after this one, and that's pretty much it for the story. So for the past, I'll say like 5 or 6 days, or ever since I cleared up the story itself, I've just been sitting in front of the crystal beast, at least for the open world side of things, just waiting for it to unlock. So that's for the story side. So we are very close to the end game, and to be really honest, this is, I'll say, like a content drop season, in a sense, like we're just waiting for new contents to come, but I think there should be more to come in terms of the later contents, and hopefully the next event to come is not something like From the Shadows, because honestly speaking, this is a very relaxing event, right? It is a very good event if you do have a lot of time, but I won't call this an event because it's just like, oh yeah, you clear the missions and you're done, that's it. So like what I hope for event is we have a separate mini storyline, for example, one focusing on the Mauler's challenge event. That could be interesting, or maybe one that focuses on the treasure hunting adventures. So that will be something that I look forward to, and I guess those are probably gonna come because we still have, I'll say, nearly 3 months, right, according to their schedule. So I don't think this is gonna be it for the next few months, and I certainly hope it isn't, right? Because other than the Crystal Beast, there's like not much, I'll say, late game content. And even though I know there's some sort of like progression system as to the contents that we have to do, but I don't know exactly what they will be. So we can expect them, but I don't want to, hype everything up so that you guys are like, yeah, this late game content, and then later on when they release, like, oh yeah, this is the late game content that we get. So that's one thing which personally for me, I don't really like, so that's why I'm not going to talk too much there. For the different game modes itself, Dream Realm very close to the Endless. We're at Hell mode, so I think the top players might have already reached Endless. Are we close? I think, oh no, they haven't reached Endless yet. Oh wait, is that Endless? No, I think Endless is purple. So after Hell, there's one more, and then we're reaching Endless. So yeah, in terms of Dream Realm, we are really close there. So I just released like the whole series of early to mid game seasonal Dream Realm boss guides. I will push to the end game for both these accounts as well as my other PTR account, free to play one, so you guys can have a gauge as to what to expect for the late game for Dream Realm. What's the most meta teams, why they are the most meta teams, as well as what if you don't have those meta units built up, then what are the other substitute that you guys can use. So stay tuned for the late game season Dream Realm boss guide, and that's for the Dream Realm side of things. For my Supreme Arena recently, I think my defenses has been pretty good. I haven't been really active in terms of arena for the past few days, but I had good results in terms of defending, so I've been holding on to my position for quite a bit, which I'm happy about. Overall, it was pretty relaxing so far. I was just really busy for the past few days, so I haven't been attacking people of the higher ranks, and to me, I'll say that as long as I'm getting the rewards, I'm fine. Even top 20 is fine with me, because the only difference between the top 5 as well as the top 20 is, I'll say, the frames you will get. So obviously, if you want like your frames to look really nice, you want to get the higher ranks, and then by the end of the season unlock the 2800 points one to get the Ruthless Tyrant frame, right? For those of you guys who want to show off your ranks. So that's for the rank side. Okay, rewards wise, I'll say top 20 is really good enough for me. So the ranks part, it's really for the frames, and that's for the Supreme Arena side. And for Dura's Trial, we are level 9 across the board. We can't unlock level 10 due to the days restriction, so we already unlocked the AFK stage 750, and hopefully we will be able to see what level 10 looks like. And if there's a need for me to release the guides for the different higher levels, which I think there would be, because the stages itself has gotten a lot harder. From level 9 to level 10, it should be even harder. So I'll probably release a guide if I see that there's a need for it. So that's for the Dura's Trial site. And Legends Trial, currently most of my towers are above 70. I'll probably do a little bit of Tower of Light later and get it to at least 75, and that should be, I'll say, like my tower range in terms of the progression side of things. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Battle Drill itself, we just unlocked a new season for the Battle Drill, and that's that. We have a better idea of how to tackle this boss, so hopefully we'll get a better rank and hopefully get better rewards out of it. So that's for the Battle Drill side, a simple account progression report. Hopefully everything ends when our character reach 420, which I think should be the case, because if you take a look at the artifact, right, the next level up is at 380. So the level 17 one is at 360. So the level 19 one should be at 400, and the level 21 should be at 420, which is the final power up for the seasonal artifact. So yeah, we are really close there. Stick with me on this journey, and I'll update you guys on what is to come for you guys, right? For those of you guys who are looking forward to what is at the end game, what is beyond, you know, level 400, what is at level 420. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.